First of all, I'm Achim Moeller, and I'm happy to be here in Cologne on this occasion of Art Cologne number, I forgot, 44 or 53. So anyway, I'm very happy to be here for the second time and to bring a selection of works that represent our gallery in the best light possible. One work I like to point out is right here on my right. It is by the Italian futurist Gino Severini. You know that he was a futurist together with Jacopo Balla and Umberto Boccioni and Carlo Cara, etc., and one of the major participants in the futurist movement, the early futurist movement. And this work of 1914 was exhibited in New York at the Gallery 291 of Alfred Stieglitz in 1917, and we have a catalog and a listing to prove that. And there was a collector in America, the first avant-garde collector by the name of John Quinn, a lawyer who was very involved in the Armory Show of 1913, for example, and he was the first one to buy, for example, Brancusi and Duchamp in America. And he also bought this Severini in 1917 from Alfred Stieglitz. And we actually have even a copy of the invoice. So it's an exceptional work. It was exhibited at the Guggenheim Museum and the Yale University Museum, etc. It's widely known. It comes from a private collection in Paris. So that's, I would say, is definitely a highlight. So I would like to talk next about the painting by Lyonel Feininger, which is of 1908. Feininger was born in 1871 in New York. Therefore, he was an American, although his parents were of German origin. He traveled when he was 16 years old to Hamburg and to study music at the conservatory in Leipzig. But however, he asked his father for permission to, instead of studying music, to study art. And he did so. He had to finish his studies of his schooling in Liège at a Jesuit school, and after that he went to Berlin and went to the academy to become an illustrator and a caricaturist, and he made a great name for himself at the time. Until 1906, he was commissioned by the Sunday Chicago Tribune to produce comics, which were called the Kinderkids and Wee Willy Winky World. Yes? And that gave him some financial stability, to some extent at least, allowing him to move to Paris. And in 1907, at the age of, short of being 36 years of age, he became a painter. And one of the first paintings he ever created is hanging here, up here, which is of 1907, when he was in Paris, Notre Dame, you see. And so I brought along this painting especially to explain the following one, which is of 1908, because you can see the architecture is Paris, you see, and the couple in front could well be Lyonel Feininger and his wife-to-be Julia, you see, with his two children from his first marriage. You see, the two girls, Eleonore and Marianne, were with him. So the dresses sort of remind us of the Biedermeier dresses of 1835, etc. And he had this old world nostalgia always, which explains this painting. Thank you. I'll show you. Yeah. Sculpture, which is over there. In 1965, when I lived as a very, very young man in Cologne, I met a sculptor by the name of Roberto Cordone. And Roberto Cordone, who was born in 1941, and we decided to show this piece here, which is an aluminum cast, an edition of 3, which finds a huge success. As a matter of fact, it has been chosen by Art Cologne, the management, as one of the highlights, you see. So it's a mobile, as you can see, it moves, and it's beautiful with a reflection of light. It looks like it makes us think of dance, you see, and it's magnificent with the shadows, which are dancing along with the actual piece. Yes? Is that good? Something
Yes,
like that?
it's perfect. Thank you so much. Yes.